Well, Carl, we see America and NATO together floundering and faltering in the Ukrainian situation. And Russia is outproducing the entirety of the whole Western military industrial complex by itself, right? And as Vladimir Putin says, that Russia has only started to do what they're going to do, and they've only used roughly 10% of their capabilities. So we see that, and then we see the stuff that's going on, the build up and the for war in the Middle East again. America's involved again, and she's saying that now she's getting ready to pivot to Asia for a war with China, and she is now deploying long strike missiles to Guam and her her stealth bombers and her bomber planes to Guam and the surrounding areas. How is China taking this, especially at a time when there's talk that America may be covertly sending Marines to Chinese Taipei?
Yeah, actually, U.S. Army just deployed Green Berets, the special forces, to Kinmen Island, just like literally 3 to 5 kilometers from the mainland Chinese coast. People can look up Kinmen Islands on the world map and see how close it is to the mainland Chinese coast. It's like literally, it's if you're, I kind of feel sorry for these Green Berets. What are they gonna do? They're just gonna be like drinking beer and looking at the amazing Chinese cityscape across the water, and which they cannot go because they're stuck on this island as per U.S. directive. But like this is all distraction. Right now, U.S. can meaningfully pivot to Asia. This is a distraction from the current atrocities that's happening in Gaza, the U.S. impotence in face of Ansar Allah blockade in the Red Sea. I mean, look what's happening in Yemen. Yemen now is a major world naval power because they're redirecting 11% of the world shipping around the Cape of Africa to go around Africa because they cannot go through Red Sea. But Chinese and Russian shipping has no problem. Chinese and you had that British ship that recently was attacked. They tried to mask themselves as Chinese in their call sign that said, "We are a Chinese-owned ship." Of course, the answer Allah had better intelligence, so they hit them. Yeah. But the fact is that it's even reported that of course in the mainstream media like Bloomberg, they say, "Oh, China enjoys this unfair advantage. The Chinese shipping companies enjoy a huge discount on the shipping insurance through Red Sea." Well, don't aid genocide, man. It's very simple. Do not aid genocide in Gaza. Then you can go through the Red Sea. Just follow example of China. Why can't you do that? It's as simple as that. Like the Ansar Allah forces in Yemen have made it very clear. We're doing this blockade to support Gaza. The people, and especially all these U.S. ships that's going to ship ammunitions and weapons to Israel, they're not going to pass. And it's really that simple. Right now, I mean, the mean is China is basically sitting doing nothing and win, right? But the opposite of that is United States is doing all these somersault, doing all these mental gymnastics to justify the empire and failing everywhere. Like they can't meaningfully deploy asset right now to the Chinese coast because they're already deeply involved in Ukraine. They're deeply involved in Middle East. They cannot look away from Middle East as much as they may not want to be dragged into that conflict. But like I say, Israel is a golden boy. Israel takes top priority. Israel takes priority over even United States. Even takes priority over the domestic affair of United States. They have to go defend Israel no matter what. So that means all the resources right now it's going to go funnel to Israel. It's going to go into the ineffectual U.S. operation against Yemen, which is completely nuts because they have already waged a war, a proxy war on Yemen for 10 years since 2014. When the Yemen civil war started, U.S. have helped Saudi Arabia, UAE, etc., to blockade and starve the Yemeni population, and the Yemeni forces did not bend, and they're not going to bend just because U.S. now is dropping a couple bombs in Yemeni capital. Without boots in the ground, there's nothing U.S. can fundamentally do to alter to lift the blockade on Red Sea. And even with, U.S. does not have the stomach for boots on the ground in Yemen, which would be a really stupid thing to do. So all they can do is there was a question when Joe Biden was asked, say, is the U.S. bombing on Yemen, is that helping with the situation? Is that helping lifting the blockade? And guess what he said? He said, well, no, it hasn't helped yet, but we will still we will keep bombing them. So literally, he's admitting the strategy is not working, but they're gonna keep doing it for the appearances, just to keep the appearances of U.S. is still number one, still is a world policeman. Very ineffective one, but we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, which is completely failing at the moment.